What's up, family? Are y'all healing well and feeling well in these spiritual and 3D streets? I hope so. I do. Yesterday, I posted a video speaking about most people not being able to support other people because they don't know how to support other people. And today I was reminded a lot about my people, why we don't support one another. This is for the people that look like me, black people, indigenous people, original people, whatever you consider yourself to be, melanated people, my people, right? And as I thought about my people, I was like, okay, I remember listening to, I feel like David Banner on, maybe on his podcast or doing a lecture or an interview, and he was asked a question, and he stated basically that black people don't support each other because they don't really want to be black. And I was like, really? That hit different, because it's the truth. Black people don't support each other because we don't want to be black. Not me, but y'all, my people, stay with me, because I'm speaking in general. This is the thing. You can tell by the way we move. You can tell by the way we talk. You can tell by the things we do, the things we invest in, that we don't really want to be black. Now, I get it, because, I am in that number. I get that we have been through a lot of shit that has made us not want to be who we are, but that does not negate the fact that this is who we are. I know that we have been through so many struggles. I know that we have been through so many things, but not being yourself, not being who you were created to be ain't the way. It's not the way. And it just made me really think about, you have some people that really want to be themselves true and authentically when it comes to being black. And then you have other black people that actually judge you more than anybody else. Dumbest shit in the world, right? I know. And I still feel like that's not a reason to not be yourself. I also remember a time, because I've been there, where, listen, we have to live in this 3D world. We have to dwell on this realm. We have to play along to get along a lot of times. I can remember working for people. You can't wear certain things on a job. You can't wear your hair a certain way on a job. They don't want you speaking a certain way on a job. So I get it when I say it's easy to feel like you have to adapt to this world and not be yourself. But it's funny as fuck, and it ain't fair that I feel like my culture, my people, are the only ones that gotta fucking dumb themselves down. It's crazy. Why we gotta dumb ourselves down? Because this is a question, family. Why we gotta dumb ourselves down to be like other people? When what you really don't know is everybody else wanna be like us. And I know why. We gonna talk about it. It's not fair for us to continue to do it to ourselves, because I ain't speaking on nobody else. I don't even give a fuck about nothing else right now. What I'm saying is, it's time out for us not wanting to be who we were truly created to be. It's time out for that. If you have any type of eyes to see, thank you, Spirit, you would see that every single other culture wants to be like us. Tell me where the lie is. Everybody wants to be like black people. Everybody have benefited off black people. And that's just what it is. So it's time for us to know what they know. Because they obviously know how I go. They already know what it is, right? And I can remember, because I'm telling you, we judge each other, not even realizing that we do that. And sometimes we do, because we've been so tricked as a people to want to be like somebody else, while not realizing everybody want to be like us. I remember dating a guy, And he said something to the effect of how I talk. And I was like, he was like, you country. And I was like, and you too. We from the same city. We from the same part of town. Like, I said, oh, so you moved away and you trying to talk different to the people that don't know you and it make you different. But it's crazy how just that example of things is how we treat each other a lot of times. It's like people want you to talk white and talk proper. What the fuck is that? Because somebody told you that your language, which that ain't your damn language, they told you it wasn't acceptable. They told you it wasn't good enough. But I'm going to keep saying it. Everybody want to be like you. It's funny how black people want to tell you your country or you're not speaking properly or whatever the hell they be saying. But then you got everybody around here want to talk slang like black people. Come on now. I need my people to know who the fuck you are and stand in this shit. Because obviously everybody else know who we are and they trying to stand in this shit. So we gonna move on from speaking because we got that part. Okay, we don't support each other because we don't want to really be black. We don't really want to look like we black. So I see all these people in the way they dress, right? Mind you, I said, I get it. If we've been a part of a society that wants to make us feel like in order to get ahead and in order to get anything, we have to dress a certain way that they told you was appropriate. But it's like, let's say you got to do that in the daytime. It's your 9 to 5, right? Why you can't be yourself when you leave? Why you can't support yourself, your people when you leave? Remember, I worked at a job where I had to dress a certain way, speak a certain way, do presentations, do all of those things, standing in front of white people all damn day, standing in front of people that want me to look a certain way all damn day, speak a certain way. I get it. But when you come home, nobody is telling you you have to do that anymore. You ain't got to play along to get along. It's like, how long are we going to play along to get along before we actually become this shit and forget who we are? And I know we forget because, listen, if you got people out here, they have black businesses, let's say black clothing lines and clothing owners, right? We don't want to wear that shit. Take a look around. Every designer, everybody wants to have somebody that they've been told is popular's name on their body, but you won't support your own people. But I forget it's because you really don't want to be black. And I forgot it's because you really don't know who you are. Because if you knew who you were, you would know that probably 99.9% of the white designers you are wearing, of the European designers you are wearing, of the Italian designers that you are wearing, and wherever else they come from, you don't even know that they got those patterns and those cloths from our people. If you know who you are, you act accordingly. And I see that you obviously don't when you don't know who you are. And it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse if you have to do what you have to do. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse to not stand in your truth if that's what you want to do. Because I ain't speaking to nobody that does not want to. Because you always have an option. Just like people have an option of wanting to support their own people. People have an option of being themselves even if they have to play along to get along for a while. This is just the word we're going to use. But I know people know how to do that all too well. So I don't know why we don't know how to just put the little makeup and the mask on or whatever the hell everybody be wearing when we got to do that and then come back to yourself. To me, if nothing else, that's balance. At least you remember that you black. You remember who you are. You support your own people. Because I'm telling you, how long are we going to do this and not realize that's why we ain't got shit? Overall, it makes no sense now. It makes no sense. Hear me and hear me clear. Black people are the richest people in this realm. You have always been, you will always be. It began that way. Don't let them fool you with that slavery shit. It's been that way. But if you don't know you're a god, you're a goddess, and a king or a queen, then, you know, I guess you need to do your research. If you don't know who your ancestors are, you should definitely be doing your research, because that's why you don't know who you are. And that's why you're allowing somebody to tell you that this looks better on you. And if you speak this way, this is better for you, or you have to do this to get ahead. How the fuck you gotta do something to get ahead when you are the heads? Let's just be clear. If everybody want to be like you, what that make you? You can't tell me that we're not the richest people in the world when we were created that way. That was our divine status at the beginning. You cannot tell me we're not the richest people in the world when everybody has benefited off the backs of black people. Now, in the past, with our ancestors from the beginning, they have benefited off of us building the damn country that we all sitting in. So tell me we're not rich. We rich because if we making people rich, we damn sure rich. Speaking of making people rich, as I stated, we pour into everybody and everything. And we make them rich and wealthy, and they have all the damn money. And ain't no way that black people could do that if they didn't already have all the damn money. We just don't know where to apply it to. No, and many of us won't apply it to where we should, which is with our own people. Let me tell you something. Pay attention. Every other damn race mess with their own race. What is wrong with that? Every other race. Do your research, support one another except us. I know we was tricked out of it. I already know, I get it. But when y'all gonna get it? I'm telling you, you the richest, but you give away your riches to everybody, making them rich. And then we go complain about why we're not rich. It makes no sense. It just makes no sense. Because last time I checked, people don't want to be dark, but people tan. People used to talk about big lips and big breasts, but everybody wants to plump in their lips and lift and put shit in their breast. Everybody talk about big booties and all of that. Who had all of that shit? Now you see everybody trying to do it. Who is naturally created with those type of figures, but you see everybody else trying to do it? I'm just saying. Take the melanated man in his form, his original form, but you see everybody trying to look like him and be like him, but they don't want him to be him because they know his power. The same thing with the queens. They didn't want you to know your power, but they fucking want to look like you and be you. How long it's going to take for my people to remember who you are and act accordingly? It makes no sense that you don't want to be who you were created to be. It's not an excuse anymore. Or maybe it never has been an excuse about what we've been through. We already know that. It's embedded in our memory. It's not going anywhere. But you cannot be a victim and an overcomer. Like, you can't do both of them. Which one you going to do? You're going to be a victim. You're going to live in the past. You're going to let people keep playing you out your position, out your prize, when they really trying to stand in it. Or you're going to move forward and you're going to learn who you are. You're going to do your own research. Stop letting people tell you shit and you just go with it. Pick up a book, because they hide every damn thing in there. Everything. But we don't want to pick up books. We want to pick up the phone. That's fine. Whatever. Do your research on there. Whatever you need to do to find out about you. Because I'm telling you, as long as you continue to not stand in your power, in your position, somebody else going to gladly step in it for you. And they going to stay in it. And you cannot, listen, you cannot complain if you're not trying to change something. You cannot complain if you're not trying to change something. Nobody should be out here complaining about what black people do if you don't want to support your own community or stand up for anything that look like it's right or try to help with any injustice. Ain't no point of you complaining about shit if all you doing is sitting down and watching TV and come in like everybody else, but you won't do nothing. Even if it's just pick up that same phone that you be on, looking at all the news, looking at all the gossip, looking at all the shit, and just speak anything, some truth that you may have about what is right or what is wrong. Nobody wants to hear no damn body complaining about not being supported. If you a black person and you don't support other black people, don't say shit. We ain't even got nothing to talk about. Because a lot of us complain and we don't support our own people in any kind of way. If you ain't out here standing in your truth, you better not say nothing about nobody else that's standing in theirs. Even if you don't like it, shut the fuck up. We don't care. Because what is your truth? We listening for it. We ain't heard you say nothing. And I'm just going to be real. This is my opinion. I'm entitled to it. Shit, you ain't got to like it. We all got one of them. You remember like them assholes we got? We all got an opinion. If you don't want to be black, it's cool. It's cool. I get it. I'm not talking to people that have to do certain things until they can do their own thing. Because there's a difference. You got to play along to get along until you get your own. Ain't talking to y'all. Ain't talking to y'all. I'm talking about people who know they don't want to be, who have never claimed to be. It's cool. We don't need you anyway. Shit, don't you see we done been through enough shit? We don't even have time for that extra shit of people not wanting to be on this side. But once you leave this side, don't bring your ass back. Once we as a people really stand in our truth, really stand in our power, and remember who we are, keyword remember, watch how many people gonna swear up and down. I thought they said a drop make you black. I thought they said all you had to have was a little bit. Well, my mama, well, my daddy. Don't run back on this side. Because at this point, we don't need any more talk. We need all actions. Be yourself. I'm not really concerned about being anyone but myself and about what my truth is. I'm just asking everyone to take a look, especially my people. Take a look and try to remember who you really are, what your essence is, what your power is, what your position is in this world. And if nothing else, it should make you think differently. It should make you move differently. It should make you want differently. If not for yourself, maybe for everybody that's coming behind you. Peace, family.